Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to A Link to the Past Randomizer League Invitational Divisional Playoffs here on A Link to the Past Randomizer League Main. Today we got In the Name of DT of WJPDTB versus Hayfieldbay of Noble Foxes, and DT looking to close out this round for their team today. I am joined by my co-commentator Hub. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us today. And like I was saying, we are looking WJPDTB looking to move on into the playoffs with a win today. If they do so, Noble Fox is looking to extend this to a game 4. So, what are you looking for today in today's race here?
I'm looking to see which location is going to be their last location and which of that locations will be the troll location.
It looks like we are underway.
Got some. Oh, go ahead.
Yep, early divergence here. As we see, the sanctuary is over at the Uncle spot today.
Yeah, we got a blue mail from the Lynx home. And I think Sanctuary had a big key, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I saw a big key to Ice Palace there. So we're gonna check the front of escape here. Well, that's almost vanilla.
Almost. Close.
Yep, we did not mention this is a cross keys matchup here today. Get a nice tier 1 triple of bombs. So we're gonna be able to drop down in the back of escape here as Hayfield Bay is showing us. And
Yeah.
yep. Okay, Ice Spells, Mickey, and Sanctuary.
Early bombs proving very useful to have. As we get to the back of Sanctuary, we get a ether, a map to Misery Mire, and 10 arrows. But yeah, I feel like our run is gonna have some serious mileage from that tree pull for the early game for sure.
Absolutely. And Hayfieldbay picks up his blue mail. Let's see where they decide to go from here. It's like they're gonna take the south route to Kakariko.
For Cross Keys, this is kind of normal because you can get another bomb here if you're fortunate enough, and sometimes you want more bombs. As we see, pull two 50/50s and landing 100% ratio on that one, picking up two more.
I'll take it.
But yeah, for those of you that don't know what Cross Keys is key sanity shuffled, so all the dungeon items as well as the keys are now mixed into the mix of the chests for the overworld and even in dungeons. And all the entrances and exits are shuffled.
Finding lots of good stuff here. We find the dam there, the Light World archery game, and then DT finding I believe that was a pyramid fairy. Finds a glove and half magic.
Yeah, having half magic is huge in this early game right now. But glove being the first piece to be able to get into the dark world entry, all we need enough is a hammer or a moon pearl, or we need another pair of gloves and a moon pearl to get in.
And I was wrong. That was a pyramid fairy. This is waterfall fairy. We have a bottle already as well. You're gonna see these runners check every single entrance here. We don't know where it's gonna be, what it's gonna be. Could be anything. See Hayfieldbay making their way through Kakariko. Tons of entrances to check here.
Seeing both of our runners found absolutely nothing that they want to see in in their respective rooms simultaneously. But it looks like DT is gonna take a look at the entrance of Eastern, which is not a bad idea. As we get the last part of Turtle Rock conveniently placed in Kakariko Village. Looks like Hay is gonna take the chance to take out maybe check a chest or two. There we go. We got to pull hard here. Gonna use that damage to kind of get into there. Get 50 rupees on the next one. Doing good work so far, not getting hit by the laser. And we get 20 rupees. Oh, got clipped, and down he goes. And that is the dangers of low health in Turtle Rock.
That hard hat beetle not giving them any favors here, so check one more chest here. Just some more bobs, so kind of worth.
At least it's 4 checks out the way though. And that's all that matters. As DT was able to navigate through the dark rooms of what would be the entrance to Death Mountain, got the old man safely to his would be his home. As we get the Misery Mire Big Key revealed in King's Tomb in one of the houses in Kakariko Village by Hay.
While DT finding a connector with some items into this Super Buddy Cave. So it's a one-way connector though, but we'll see where this is gonna take them.
We did get the Samura cane from Hay, so that'll be a very useful thing to have right now as we get as he come across the laser room and on Turtle Rock that led to the bridgeway to the big chest, which is kind of funny.
Take a look at the Swordsmith's house. It is Meyer's shed today, as DT finds its way up to Dark Death Mountain. Can't do much up there though without the Moon Pearl.
To answer the question, if you want to, check out the Link to the Past League main website, and you can see all the previous matches records as well as up and coming matches.
Thank you to our restreamer Artero for posting the link in chat here. We're gonna find the Lost Ones dropped out here in Kakariko. We got a small key. You're gonna want to grab that, but we can't yet because we don't have a hammer.
Yeah, something tells me that's probably Swamp Palace's small key for some reason. It's small, and Swamp Palace is a crystal of all things. Oh, I could be completely wrong. Who knows?
That is a nice save a quest spot there from the old man too in Kakariko Village as well. So see if that comes into play later. Look at the small key to Hera.
And we get a whole heart from the bottle vendor. That's actually pretty nice. We don't have a... Well, we do have blue mail, but a few more hearts wouldn't hurt. At least 6. At least 6.
Our will today is going to be the Uncleus. So we'll see what we get out of the uncle here today. Just a piece of heart. And from our uncle, gonna find a compass. The thieves. So DT about to pick up his Canis Samaria here out of the dam. Don't have to worry about the dam now. We can check to see what's under the water at the dam now.
Yeah, that's one good thing about cross keys. If you do come across the dam room to drain the water, it stays drained, so you don't have to keep doing it all the time. Mage Race only having 10 arrows. I'm just now noticing that, so yeah, there's nothing important over there. As our search for finding more goodies continues.
DT finding the connector of the brothers here, and we're gonna see where this is gonna take us. Oh, Village of Outcast. Okay.
So we have our, if we get Moon Pearl, that's our instant gateway ticket to get into Dark World without the need of gloves. So that's kind of huge when you think about it.
And Hayfieldbay finding Pod here as well. Can check one thing.
Only 20 rupees. That just sucks all the happiness right out from you.
He is gonna try to continue. He's gonna do a mimic clip here.
Does he even have a potion bottle?
I don't believe he has the potion.
I mean, that's the only way to do it. Unless there's some other shenanigans that I have not heard of it being done with. But let's see what's gonna happen.
Working on clipping this mimic into the wall here.
Oh man, we're looking at some mimic clipping strats. This is a delightful treat, and there he goes. No pause buffering needed.
Ooh, that's a interesting fight right there. The big key to Desert Palace, locked behind a bow, and a bug net.
Can't have a run without the bug net. We're definitely in go mode now.
DT finding the laser eye entrance to Turok, second Turok entrance here.
And did the thing that Hay just decided not to do was try to challenge the lasers, and he ends up losing on that point.
Says, I'll come back later. So Cadence Samaria in hand, he's gonna try to continue on here in Turok.
Most likely reverse walk through it at the very least to see if he can get some other chests going, thanks to the fact that he should be able to get through those key doors without much issue.
Hayfield finds Kakariko well here in the Lost Woods. We find our first shield of the match. Ooh, and there's the hook shot for Hayfield.
Yeah, that hook shot's going to be huge now. Like, that is a very excellent find to have. Early game, it's going to be your main weapon to stun, but not only that, you can get to move around to and from places very quickly if you know how to use it. As he picks up 30 rupees from the mushroom spot. Not 30 rupees. I mean, it's 30 if you multiply it by 10. That's a lot of rupees when you think about it.
We're gonna get a look here at what is at the lumberjack tree today. We have to do Aga Tower today.
Aga Tower, locking Ganon. How weirdly French vanilla when you think about it. As we get the right side castle entrance, looks like Hay is gonna go ahead and take the time to go through the escape sequence to see if he can find some more goodies from here, which is actually a good idea to do.
Yeah, that Cadence Mario in hand should be fairly simple to navigate through this.
And in worst case scenario, you got hook shot, so you can have the guaranteed stun kill at the very least to get through the rest of the to at least get through the rest of the sequence. But yeah, having Ganon locked behind an Aga is weirdly funny across keys. Excellent use of the Samura Cane, though, by the way.
DT opting not to mimic clip here. Not gonna be able to get that Desert Palace big key, but he'll probably get it later.
Yeah, I feel like once he gets more keys for Palace of Darkness and a bow, or at least some keys for Palace of Darkness by itself, because you can still do the you can still clip the mimics out from that room with the potion glitch. So that's another way of doing it instead of clipping the red mimic out of existence. And Hayfield is going to take an intentional death to get back to the entrance of Hyrule Castle.
Did see many good items there in the back of Escape, but it is a connector also, so we have two entrances that we can check here. We'll see where they take us.
Oh, wow.
That is Dark Death Mountain.
And he gets the intel that Todorok's entrance is Bombos. So we're going to have to mark that one down. And I believe this dark room is the second part of Death Mountain. Either that's it. Yeah, it has to be the exit. To answer chat, the WJPDTB is the initials of the runners for this of that team. And it looked like there was nothing to be had in the Dark World Death Mountain at the moment besides scoping out that bomb boost is acquired for Turtle Rock. Meanwhile, DT is going through their trek of the Hyrule Castle escape to go ahead and get some, hopefully get some goodies on the side. Well, we know there are not going to be any goodies here.
Yeah, cross keys is just like, okay, here's every entrance you can get into. Let's see where they go, where they are, for like the first like hour at least, and then you figure out, okay, well I can do this now. Hopefully you find some good stuff along the way. But you see Hayfield finally making his way over to that pyramid fair, gonna get his glove and the half magic.
A nice care package when you think about it. Escape is in logic, but not the sewer part of escape. You still need a small key for the back part of the escape sequence. And we get Waterfall Fairy in one of the dungeons. Oh, all right. We already revealed this because this one gives a green potion. Just kind of convenient when you think about it.
Yeah, DT had that potion when he went in the pod. He could have potion glitched that one room, so
He probably thought it wasn't really worth it to go through that much trouble for it. Which I probably don't blame them for opting out on that.
see DT is gonna opt to check Dark Cross here as well. Just be completely done with the escape sequence here.
This is out of logic because you do need the lantern, and if you want to finish the escape sequence, you do need the key, but our runners found the back part of escape already, the sewer part where you get to the 3 chests, so not needing the key here at this point.
Just 50 rupees there in Dark Cross, so not much going on in escape today. We'll see if, as both of our runners have entered dark rooms. I promise you, they're there. You can't see them. There they are.
Yeah, it was rather unfortunate death right there, but actually no, they did pick up the chest, did they?
Yeah, it's just
okay.
50 rupees.
Okay, yeah, I was making sure. I thought, I was like, wait a minute, he died. I was like, wait a minute, did he just? But nah, yeah, doing a death warp just to get back to check out the rest of Hyrule Castle, which is good.
DT go and check the rest of checks here in Kakariko. And he is gonna probably go check the lumberjack, see that he needs to defeat Aga today to get to Ganon. While Hayfieldbay is making their way up to Dark Death Mountain, we find the front of Desert.
Oh, that's a delightful thing to see. We ain't got boots yet.
Well, we find yet another Turtle Rock entrance there with the big chest entrance there at the Death Mountain entrance. So that's fun. DT is. Oh, there's a good spot to be right now. A couple more entrances here. Well, that's the other Ice Rod Cave entrance at Ice Rod Cave.
And that's Tower of Hera. Unfortunately, not having a sword or a hammer here kind of curbs the desire to climb this tower. Unless you're getting the chest here, then perhaps yeah. But outside of that, I don't think it's a no-go. Yep, save and
Yeah.
quit.
Maybe if they had like the hammer or sword, they go up, but not have any of those. No, thank you.
All right, we get to check what's in Mini Modrome Cave, and inside there is potion, a shop. I do believe we're getting another instance of our runners high-fiving each other here as they pay a visit to Sick Kid.
Oh, you get a big key.
Oh,
the Hera! Well.
Wait a minute. Hey, don't you have a bottle? Aren't you forgetting something, hey?
Oh, there's one casting power.
Hey, you need to talk to the Sick Kid. You're forgetting something.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, well hopefully that doesn't bite him in the rear end. I don't think you need that big key as much. Like once you, hopefully nothing's in that big chest in Tower of Hera. Because if it is, this is going to, that's going to make Hayfield a little sick in the stomach.
Yeah,
just
unfortunate.
Get that, unfortunately.
So,
I mean, I know the Sick Kid is sick, but come on, man.
And speaking of Hera, Hayfield finding Hera here, if you had just talked to him, he might have continued down at least to the big chest.
Yeah, he theoretically can do it, but looks like they're not going to do hair clip. Oh wait, no, they're just leaving. That's interesting.
Interestingly enough, we do have the small key to Hera as well, so as soon as they find a fire source, they can pull clear that with a better weapon as well. So,
yeah, we get our GT entrance.
Hello.
GT being the first one to find it between the two runners. As we get 20 rupees on top of Torch.
Yeah, the small key here, you're probably gonna at least do tile room at this point.
Yeah, tile room is it's going to be the only thing that they'll be able to do. But I tell you what, if tile room has a fire rod or a lantern, this will be probably the most disturbing placement for it right now.
Well, how about a
mirror?
How about a mirror?
Hopefully, when Hayfield comes across GT, they will investigate the Hope Room at least, and hopefully, it's not going to be too long off for doing so. In doing so, I mean. Yeah, usually in this case, tower room will not be a good idea to do. But since it's cross keys and you're in here early, you might as well do it because that item may have your key. As they did pull up a small key for Turtle Rock, and that's going to help them out a lot as far as going when they revisit Turtle Rock at some point.
Yeah, that mirror in hand, we do have access to Dark Death Mountain at this point. You use that mirror to check all of the light world entrances up at that point. So, okay, we're gonna get a look at the sanctuary chest here. We're gonna find that is
That's
the
the
useless fairy, I believe.
yeah, that's right, the fairy, yeah. So yeah, the cemetery pitfall leads to that fairy, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so this is probably okay. It's
Lumberjack
lumberjack.
ledge.
Okay.
Hey, magic powder. If DT gets the net in Palace of Darkness, he will definitely have some safety strats for him.
Potion shop is blind sut. Here's some good value. Small key to Meyer. Another bottle. Map to Desert Palace. And our first sword.
Hooray!
Well, now if you really wanted to, you can go beat Hera. Right behind the finding blind site here is Hayfieldbay. Gonna find his bounty of items here. See where DT decides to go. Looks like he is headed down toward the area. And he is indeed going to enter Hera here.
Surprised they're not doing the hair clip. No, I don't think they know how to do it with the bomb, from the looks of it, or not comfortable at least.
And there is Hayfieldbay finally remembered, hey, I do have a bottle. Sick. Gets a few angry slashes to go with that.
A little bit
He's
of
like,
grumbling under the breath.
yeah.
And there is a successful bomb jump for 300 more rupees by DT.
Yeah, how about some NMG strats here on Moldorm as we only have the fighter sword to fight with? Wow, Hayfield making an interesting play here. Gonna check out Agita's cave entrance. Gonna find, okay, there's the GT. Okay, one more hit. There it is. Moldorm is down. 30 minutes in, we get A mushroom and a pendant. Oh,
We were all hoping it to be a crystal. I wasn't. I know how devious seeds can be in cross keys. It will get your hopes up and then just throw them all the way in the trash can.
yeah, really nothing else in Hera there, unfortunately.
Unless there's something in the coffee break room, we're probably going to be last location in that chest.
Here, DT makes his way up to Death Mountain and put that mirror to use.
We get Mizzy Meyer.
I mean, you can do some things in there with that hook shot in hand.
That is true. You don't need much besides the kind of Samara hook shot and Fire Rod or Lantern, one of the two. So yeah, DT can turn in that mushroom, but they need to look for the potion shop, which I'm pretty sure that they're trying to locate right now, if this is any indication to that.
Yep, no danger of worrying about worrying the fake powder as they already had the powder. So, I believe Bat is behind GT as well. So, it's only dropped out we haven't seen yet. So, we're gonna go ahead and hookshot our way across here. We're gonna check these other entrances on West Death Mountain.
And we can actually go into Hera's entrance and check that out since we got the mirror.
Another entrance we can check is that left side of the race game. We got a green pendant at Skull Woods today. 3 checks, we got 50 rupees. Oh, a big key to Pod, and another big key to Tunnel Rock.
Very nice.
Well, that's not a very helpful exit.
Oh, excuse me. Death Mountain got a lot of areas ping-ponging to and from. Light and dark and like everywhere else from the looks of it.
Well, we know Meyer is a crystal at least.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Okay, and we find Mini Moldarm Cave here on Hayfieldbay side. We find 50 rupees in the Bombable Hut at Hera. Okay, ooh, there's the bow. And the mitts. Ooh.
We are one item away from having our permanent Dark World access, which is the very needed item. Where is the Moon Pearl? I feel like every time I commentated one of these cross keys, Moon Pearl is just so far to reach. Why is it like this?
To go into Desert Palace here We can check one chest in here, as he did not sequence break that Desert Palace big key out of the pod at the point. You got a small key to pod. Going out the right side entrance of Desert Palace. Where will this take us? Bumper orange for the Flippers.
Oh yeah, we're going swimming.
As chat points out to us that since we do have the map to Desert Palace, we do know that Desert Palace is going to be a crystal today, so gonna need that big key out of pod sometime.
Which is locked behind Bo, and we know where Bo is at. So it's just a matter of how long will it take DT to get over to that to get that bow. Hey, performing a successful hair clip. This definitely saves you a lot of time, despite you having to go back down to get to the big chest.
Okay, so we're gonna do some flipper checks here on DT's side. We can check the capacity fairy upgrade, we can check Zora, we can check waterfall cave entrance. Check the hobo.
The 500 rupee question, though, is will Zora scam us? If I can make a prediction ballot thing, I probably would right now, but I can't.
Down goes Wondor for Hayfieldbay, gonna get that pendant and that mushroom.
Meanwhile, DT gets to Hobo, gets 20 rupees for his efforts. Oh man.
Back at Scope Woods here at the capacity ferry. Can't do much in here without a fire source though, but we can check this one chest here under the bridge. And another Tour Rocks ball.
Nothing we want to see under the waterfall. But that Quake medallion looks very intriguing right now. I don't think any of our runners take a look. He's gonna take a look. Just a look at Misery Wire's medallion entry.
Yeah, here's the moment of truth. Well, they scam us today. It's a heart container. Yeah.
It's not necessarily a scam, but it's not necessarily a good item. It's, I guess, 50-50 perhaps? I don't know.
I think the real price here is that quick medallion. We'll see if that comes into play later.
Little love is a piece of heart. A whole lot of love is a whole heart. So I want to say that 500 is kind of justifiable, maybe, if we're going by rates. 4 little loves, perhaps. That's like 50 rupees a piece. Turning in that mushroom, saving it and quitting. Not a bad idea. You don't have to worry about missing out on whatever the potion shop would give you.
Okay, we're making a trek through Spiral Cave here. Fine, just 10 arrows.
This is the round 2 of the laser room, and DT just dodging all of that. With 2 keys in hand, they're gonna dive a little deeper into the to the rock this way. They should be able to get all the way to the entrance of it, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll find out soon enough. Good use of freezing the Pokey in place to do some spins to get the kill.
Can he grab that key though? Nope.
Unfortunate. He is just gonna opt out of not getting that key today. Well, no, it's probably still stuck, so he has to probably transition out from this floor in order to respawn the Pokey to get it.
Hayfield making the play here in the Misery Mire. Gonna be able to check a few items in here. Could technically beat the boss already. Has the Mire big key, so we'll see how far he wants to go here.
You do have bow and arrow, 30 arrows, a few bombs. You could do Vidi. It's not impossible, but it is requires a little bit of a solid execution into getting rid of those eyeballs, because doing it on fire sword spins is not really a fantastic thing to be doing. But if you have to resort to that, you may end up losing time, taking so long to kill him. And we get our boots.
Ooh. Time to go fast on DT's side. Finding boots here in the front to the rock.
And we get a big key to Skull Woods in one of the Misery Mire's chests, so not a huge loss in exploring this area. Oh, and the Moon Pearl!
Moon Pearl in Misery Mire today. Oh, you love to see it.
Hay is gonna go full sprint, despite not having boots, with that Moon Pearl.
We find the bomb shop here. We got Tutor Rock and Eastern Palace is our 5-6 crystals today.
I mean, despite not having boots today. Did I say boots today? I don't know.
Didn't I?
But yeah, taking a death warp, from the looks of it, if I'm not mistaken, to get back to the entrance. Just so they can start exploring the rest of start exploring everywhere else, because this is a huge deal now.
We find Ice Palace there at near the Dark from Pod. Go up, check the pyramid top of the castle with that mirror in hand.
Yeah, I found out they're gonna get some more rupees for their efforts, but can't complain. DT taking the opportunity to climb the pyramid to check the ledge, but not only that, check the upper part, which has more doors to go through. And I believe this is the extension ferry.
Gonna take time to fill up the bombs and arrows there.
This is not a bad idea. 5 more arrows, 5 more bombs. This is just in case you have to fight, oh, I don't know, Viddy? That's just more ammunition, more firepower is always a good sign when you don't have tempered. Or even Master Sword.
The Bulk Rock entrance today is the front of the tavern. Gonna be there.
Would you say that's a dwarven tavern then? It's kind of underground.
Sure. Why not?
Oh, DT is now gonna most likely oh wait, no, he already knows that Ganon's Aga blocked.
Okay, here is the check on Hayfieldbay side. Big chest of Desert Palace. Just 10 arrows today. As DT is making his way into Mire. Gonna find that moon pearl.
And Hay is stepping into the Dark World's South Shore, East Side. He is going to scope that area out, and he's going to see that there's Spectacle Rock entrances, as well as the pot cellar, which has bombs for you to refill on. That was formerly in Kakariko.
Also, Spectacle Rock entrance. This is the first Spectacle Rock here. We can get the item. It's just gonna be some bombs today, though.
We can use a bomb, however, to do a little fun bomb jump shenanigans. See if he can cross this, and he does. So we're gonna check the entrance to this part of Spectacle Rock, and he comes out from near Catfish, and gonna take the opportunity to just go right ahead. Go ahead and do Catfish while he's here.
That makes sense.
Surely Catfish would give us a fire rod.
DT finds that moon pearl. See how far DT wants to go into Mire. Will he continue onto the back? Try to defeat Vitreous here. He says, no thank you.
Yeah, without having bow. Fighter sword bombs Viddy is not an appealing idea right now. Plus, you can always easily go back to it as we get some splash deletion action going on Hayfield's side. That's a little bit of speedrunner degeneracy for you all. Yep, for everyone's wondering, like, why ain't they doing some big boy glitches? There you go, right there.
He's that quick medallion there, so, see if he's gonna decide to sequence break that after Zora. He's gonna lose that water walk here, though.
Well, thanks to the fact that they got some arcane bombs and arrows, they can quickly regain their splash sleep. If I'm not mistaken.
Or, just don't collect the heart and you keep your water walk. I guess that works too.
Though, wait. Usually you have to run down the waterfall to get to it, right? Oh, they're just leaving that entirely.
Hey, BT into the village of Outcast with the move bro. 5 bombos there at the potion shop.
Hey, that's our way to do some ice palace stuff.
Yep, and as per usual, Krosky sees loves putting the hammer in Ice Palace, so
I think there's a team that was named OK Game that had like one of the pictures of like Link finding ice hammer in an ice palace. So yeah.
DT has entered Skull Woods here. See what kind of items we're gonna find here today. Get a key. Oh, there's a swamp small.
All right, now we're talking. Left out, forgot that he did not have fire rod, so he went right back in, which is understandable. And Hay is finding their flippers on top of.
Oh man,
yeah.
And we find the second castle tower key already. So, hey, we could almost do Aga Tower in the dark if we really wanted to.
I feel like both of our runs are seasoned enough to do Aga in the dark.
As we find not only the swamp small here in Skullwoods, we find the swamp big key. So all keys the swamp is in Skullwoods today. And we find another big key to Eastern Palace.
Oh man, that's gonna be huge. They have the needed equipment to actually clear it, but not in logic because Lamp is still missing. And Hay is opting to do the back half of Turtle Rock first. That may hurt him a little bit. No, not really. They just mirrored. They are going to leave it, though, which is probably not a... Actually, no, they can't really do much. I just now realized they ain't got no keys to get there. At least, I don't think they do they? No, they don't.
And as we do another virtual high five there, they're both leaving Dark Lumberjack House as DT is going to find out that this is another Turtle Rock entrance. Hooray. Or, no, not that one. Sorry.
Man, they've been high-fiving quite a lot in this scene. This is probably the most high fives I've seen in this race, in a race like this.
And just like that, both runners going to check the curiosity shop here.
Now they're just holding hands. Rude.
course, DT moving a little bit faster with those boots in hand. Gonna leave him behind, unfortunately. So, okay, now we're going opposite directions here. We're gonna check Dark Sanctuary here. No, the chess game.
Yeah, to answer the question, Swamp Palace keys were in Skullwoods, as well as EP Big. As we're gonna get a replay of those reveals from Hayfield.
Ooh, and there is the top of Paradox Cave at the King's Tomb. Got 7 item checks coming up here in Paradox Cave. Will we find something decent?
For these runners' sakes, I hope.
Not looking good. All right. We got 5 more here to the top of Paradox, however. Or is it the bottom of Paradox?
And before compasses and maps.
Hard containers. Small. Another pod small. 20 rupees. Bombs. Bombs.
I was kind of close. A key is useful. A whole heart, perhaps. But still, absolutely nothing in Paradox. And that is like the most... That is like the third most condensed room that you can hope for in Cross Keys to get something good. But you know how this game goes. Nothing is guaranteed, as we do get a key in Ganon's Tower from the Desert Ledge.
And we see Agina's cave moving a little slightly to the west there.
Yeah, he decided to move into the spot. He likes the view.
We find a map to Ice Palace. More information we did not have before.
So, no hammer, no fire rod, no lantern. Why are you like this, Seed? There's always got to be something today. You just decided to just be very devious, hide those 3 items from our runners for like nearly an hour, and still counting, as we are going to check the entrance to Deepstown and see what that is. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, right, potion shop. And there's our bombos for hay.
DT really needing to find that mini Molnar cave. Find that bow. Find those mitts.
Where was Mini Moldrum Cave, by the way?
I don't remember.
I've kind of forgotten it myself. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't near here in the Catfish Ledge. Flippers were the top part of Bumper Ledge, but I don't remember which exit led to that.
I believe this is our first look at the digging game here. We find the Master Sword.
Oh, it's just conveniently tucked under the dirt in Dark World. Like, screw putting it in the pedestal today. We're just burying it in the Dark World itself.
Yeah, it's just a legendary sword. Who cares? Just
Who cares?
bury it. Oh, and yeah, I think Arturo's right. The mini Molder game was the race game on the right side,
Oh, okay.
so you need the mirror to get to it. Oh, DT's making the play into Ice Palace here with that Bombos medallion in hand.
They're not gonna get much out of it except for a few checks. They still need the hammer, and if hammer's in here, I'll give subs to this chat room right now. I'll put it that way.
Hello. A lot on the line here.
10 arrows is our first item. Without hammer or... Actually, yeah, without hammer. And I think they can check 3 more chests here, and that's it.
Samaria in hand though, so we can't ice Richter here. Not gonna worry about hitting the switch here as we cannot complete it.
Good pause buffer right there, and we get a small key.
We're just gonna run by this chest here. Can't get it. Can, however, get this chest. We get another small key to Skull Woods.
They do have the big key to Ice Palace, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Hayfieldbay finding thieves down here. Gonna be able to check the front floor and nothing else. We do not have that big key.
Still, these are 4 checks that could be very vital right now. Who knows? Maybe Haber's in here. We do get a small key to Dark Palace, though. As we check from the Ice Palace, DT is pulling out the small key for more Dark Palace. More keys for Dark Palaces, I see. You do have one more check here to be done here, and that is in T Slime Room. After that, DT will have to leave if Hammer is not in here. All right! I guess that's there.
Yep, Hi, Hammer in Ice Palace. As I said before, Cross Keys love to put Hammer in Ice Palace.
I see. I completely understand. I understand now. I completely understand this. I see now. I just... I am at a loss for words.
Well,
I am at a loss for words right now. I hate this.
and just as he's... Hey, if anything, you're an honest man for the 5 gift subs.
I don't back down from my declarations. Just... Good grief. I can only be filled with disappointment that this siege is so diabolical. It's actually, no, it's not against the runners, it's against me.
Alright, well, we're gonna see if DT can pull off this Fire Sword Cold Stare. Not much else to beat him with, so we'll see how this goes here. Let's have a blue potion if things get too out of hand.
Excellent uses of the hammer. Thankfully, on blue mail, these cold stare eyes do not do that much damage compared to green mail. I feel like this would have been a more riskier situation if he was still on green mail. But he do have to be careful though. He could get easily knocked into one of these eyeballs.
Now the one, and there it is. Nicely done there from DT. And gets a flute for his trouble.
This scene is disgusting! But yeah, DT getting a considerable boost in progression thanks to the dive in Ice Palace.
Unbelievable play there from In the Name of DT. Yep, and DT should just head over to the Village of Outcast area. Gonna mirror and check that right side of the race game where it will have his bow and mitts.
Meanwhile, Hay is getting their flippers, so they're en route to do some more checks, most likely through Zura. But I feel like they're going to be doing a little bit of everything else while they're doing so.
Checking the bonk box here. By links, I was just going to be a shop today. Let's mirror out and check the Light World bonk rocks equivalent. And we find Eastern Palace. And DT says, I'm going to find a bow first. And as long as he continues this route, he should find that bow. We're going to first look at the Hype Cave entrance. That is the Thieves' Town. I missed it earlier, but these sound heavy. The ice rod today, and a shovel.
Kind of makes me think that another sword upgrade is buried within the flute spot now.
And we find Mimic Cave here at the Dark Dam. See, DT is able to complete this. Now we're gonna find just a compass to the dungeon we just beat. Thanks, game.
I hate it.
Okay, we're checking Stumpy. We're gonna check Shovel Spot. I'm not sure if the Shovel Spot's been checked yet, but it is just a 20 rupee today. Oh, there is Mini Boulder. Okay, back K45. DT about to get his bow and mitts out of here. And that means a completable Eastern Palace and possibly Pod if he has enough small keys.
He's got 4 in the big key. I think you can do it. You just need to do hammer you up, and I think you need to cheese some of the doors. At least I want to think that you can do that.
The hammer packs at the arrow game. And DT gonna pick up that second sword here at the digging spot. Gonna wish he had it a little bit sooner, but
he did pretty well without that sword since he had hammer for the one of the more vital boss fights, which was Cold Stare. So I don't think he would be complaining that much about it. Yeah, we just need that fire rod and lantern because we gotta remember Argus 1 is blocking the way to Ganon.
right side of race, left side of race game is Saha. Okay, I knew it was something. I couldn't remember what exactly. And now DT is thinking, ooh, okay, pod is on the table.
And another small key onto the rock from the purple chest. I did say Argus 1, did I? I meant Aga 1.
We got the flute activation here on DT side. We have not seen the buyer area yet. You can easily flute there and check it out now.
Oh, this is a shovel check here, if I'm not mistaken, as well as.
No, this is the Eastern Palace plate here.
Well, that too, yeah.
Eastern. Bow in hand. Yeah, bow in hand. Yep, this is getting completed.
Would be pretty funny if the lantern was in here.
And Hayfieldbay is back into the rock here. As long as he follows us out, we'll find those boots. Got 3 small keys. I don't see why you don't.
Yeah, you did. Like in this situation, it would not hurt to start backtracking back to the entrance to check the other checks. Leaving here will be leaving will be a nonsense move right now, especially when you're kind of hurting for some key items here. Do get bit by both chain chomps, but that's fine. You know, this room is infamous for being one of the worst rooms to deal with, especially if you do it in reverse. Another small key to Dark Palace. How convenient.
Okay, well, now he can fully clear it. And there are those boots for Hayfieldbay finally. After DT having them for so much longer.
Strangely enough, they have been kind of in matching pace a little bit. The only thing is that DT has finished Ice Palace up. And that is the huge leap. That's the huge deciding factor here. It depends on if Hay decide to go in there and finish the dungeon itself, because that's where Hammer is at. So they do get the confirmation that Totorock is a crystal red one, no less. So they'll be working towards. Most likely, is going to try to see if they can find a hammer, but I don't think there's probably anything super important in Pyramid Fairy at this point, unless it has. Actually, no, I don't think there is. Unless it has Desert Ballast Big Key. That's the only thing I can like think of right now. Locking up.
Nice. Oh, the fire rod on Arbos Knights.
Let's go. That is an instant. We're going back to Totorock to beat up Trinex gesture right there. We are going to do that.
Oh boy.
If I was DT, I'll be making my way back to Totorock right now.
And there it is, right to Laser Bridge. Or Laser High Room.
Wasting no time.
And there is Ice Palace on Hayfieldbay side. Oh, opted not to go in, however.
That's not good. He's. Oh, wait.
Wait. Made a U-turn. Oh, he is going to go in.
He probably realized he had bombos to deal with most of the stuff here, and he's gonna be really thankful that he does this.
DT opted to get that small key from the Pokey, as I believe he needed it to get the Trinex.
Which is not too far off.
So it's right here.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump away in a small, lonely shed and then back. He tried to get that key before, but it ended up being way too far out of reach.
Yeah, but he used the Ether Medallion and had just a fighter sword to try to defeat it and just got pushed into the wall. So, but here we are, we're back. We got Trinex coming up here on DT's side.
Using hammer strats, no less. Quick and excellent timing to switch into the fire rod for the last hit on the hammer for the red one, so they can start damaging the ice one. And making quick work of Trinex. Down it goes. Getting 20 rupees for the effort. But that's another crystal down, and that is more importantly, the second red crystal. Here's hoping Pyramid Fairy has something useful in its entrance. Meanwhile, Hayfield is getting much, much closer to the T-Slime room, where the hammer is at. And yeah, he's going to be very surprised and not very happy about that placement of the hammer. I know I wasn't.
Neither was your bank account.
No, the bank doesn't care. It just knows that the money is being moved.
And okay, here we go. A couple more checks here into the rock. You're gonna check these two. These are fire locked. 20 rupees and 20 rupees. Whoa.
Hayfield stopping for a moment to realize what he just pulled.
He's like, really? Really?
And it looks like he's just gonna go straight for the boss, which I don't blame him. Like this dungeon is fucking like he's done. He wants out. I wonder if this means he's gambling on if Hammer's small chest the hammer locked chest doesn't have anything. Which I don't think it did it?
I don't believe so. DT making the play in the Palace of Darkness here. Got plenty of 5 keys. You can full clear this now with the hammer jump.
He's gonna fight the boss first from the looks of it, which is not a bad idea. Doing this to get this out the way first, and then work on towards emptying out the rest of these checks. Meanwhile, Hay, by having a little bit of issues there, still manages to close out the Ghost Air fight. It's his flute, and he's like just probably floored about how ice is just loaded by now.
And it's also his first crystal of the match.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't do much of the other dungeons as well. Well, he couldn't do much of the other dungeons, to be honest. Now that you think about it, but yeah, he's going right back in because he feels like something is in the hammer locked chest, and I don't blame him for this notion.
DT making nice turtle room there.
That was a fire rod flex if I ever saw one. He didn't even need to do that.
Desert Binky is here in pod. It's on the Bowlock side of pod. So he's gonna come back in and get the.
Meanwhile, an impressive sword buffering to get the door extension glitch from Hay. Gonna get his small ice key, which he doesn't really need anymore, and the chest as well, which is a small piece of heart. All right, whatever. And then in the blink of an eye, DT finishes off Helmswar in a flash. He gets the red medal for his efforts.
Oh, it's just a pendant, however. Pendant number 2.
That's okay though. We got a bunch of other checks in Palace of Darkness to get through, just so we can hopefully get our go mode item from here, which I do believe is our go mode item. A few keys, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, Pet is not dead. It could carry the big key to Desert Palace.
Oh, there's a nice tempered sword there. The vanilla big key chest.
Oh yeah, we got some bacon going on today. Making me hungry now. Hay is going to pick up his extensions as well for bombs and arrows, which is always a good idea to do, especially if you're on fighter sword or master sword still. Could always use a little bit more ammunition. All right, Desert Palace Bay Key is on the right side of pod.
Yep, right there.
It's just Thieves Town Big Key. It still has yet still be found. Okay, so Thieves Town Big Key is on pedestal. We'll go with that then. Hayfieldbay puts on a grand performance to free the bird. And they will be flying around soon enough once they finish doing a few more checks.
We have not seen the Myra area at all, so we might see them flew over there some point. Yeah, oh, map thief sound. Okay, well, we already know it's crystal. And 10 arrows in the dark basement. I'm gonna check harmless hellway, then do a hammer jump into the dark maze.
And that'll be it for the checks and Palace of Darkness, to be honest. I forgot if you have boots, you can quickly get over to this part. Yep, setting up for that bomb jump. Does it in clean fashion, gets 10 arrows for his efforts. Kinda still around in the dark maze. Hope for the big cue for Town being in here.
It's another heart piece for a shovel, filling up his hearts. 14 hearts now. Just wait to the top one, and we find just 5 rupees. And Hayfield finding the hookshot cave here. We find the cape, find $5, find the silver arrows, and the big key to GT.
Oh man, now you have to do BG. I was about to say BG for a moment. Now you have to do GT. You got the big key for that. I just not realized this. Both of our runners have yet to do, to dive into GT yet, despite knowing the entrances to it.
See DT opening up the Meyer entrance. As we saw Hayfieldbay just come out of it, it is the Paco hookshot cave.
Our runners are just high-fiving each other a lot in this seed. They're gonna get their silvers and cape at the hookshot cave, and then they're gonna be wondering where the hell is this big key for the dungeons that I need and not Gansour.
Hey, we come out of hammer pegs there, which is how Hayfieldbay got there in the first place, so we'll see where they decide to go from here.
Might be going back in to go back into Misery Mire.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he hasn't fully investigated Misery Mire yet, so this is just a backtrack, so to say.
Yeah, we still haven't not seen the checkerboard cave entrance, the other entrance here, other two in the Mire area as well. So get this one and the cave over to the right.
Oh man, the chess game.
Oh, there's that desert small.
We're getting very close to that delicious go mode here.
And the back of desert. So yes, this will be another completable crystal here for In the Name of DT. Just racking up the dungeons here as Hayfieldbay has only one completed crystal.
Boost and the early dive into the Ice Palace was definitely key factors here, as far as like just how the lead was created.
Landmo's not playing nice. Just I want to be hit by those silver arrows. It's okay, I'll just switch to that. Oh, but there's Swamp Palace there on Hayfieldbay's side as well.
And we get the big key to Thieves Town.
Oh, there it is.
We're in no mode now. We are in no mode. I think Pet is dead now.
We find the Hyrule Castle Smoky. Yay. We already did that.
Yeah, it looks like hopefully if Hayfield gets on the right path to start fighting Eastern Palace boss as well as Pod, he will be on track to clearing up the siege. But as where it stands now, he has yet to. Did he even find Eastern Palace dungeon?
DT showing us the entrance here to Turtle Rock.
An impressive use of the Samurai Cane to do Diver Down.
Yeah, Turtle Rock having graveyard ledge here today. Another bottle, not gonna grab it. Don't need it.
And there is our dive into Misery Mire. Meanwhile, left side swamp not yielding anything, but we know the reason why, because the important items are not in Swamp Palace. That is in, if I'm not mistaken, Eastern, because that's where the fire rod's at, and that will lead them into Turtle Rock.
Absolutely.
Though I will say, this is a crystal dungeon, so clearing this now is not a bad idea. In fact, it is in your best interest to finish this dungeon, to be honest. In this sort of situation, even if you are looking for the fire rod. I'll be right back.
I think the only thing DT is looking for right now is that Swamp Palace. They're just gonna check cutscene chest here. Hayfieldbay makes his way to the back of Swamp Palace. DT takes a coffee break here in Mystery Mire. Just for a compass of Eastern Palace. Hayfieldbay is taking on Argus here. DT is going to head to the back of Mystery Mire. Should not have much problem with Vitreous here with those silver arrows in hand. See how well he does these dark robes here in Mire. Gets the block placed perfectly the first time. Nice ice rod stress there on Argus. Gonna get a map for his trouble and crystal number 2 on his side.
Alright, I have returned. What have I missed?
Nothing much really. DT is headed to the back to Vitreous. Hayfieldbay finishing up Swamp Palace there.
The search for the fire rod for Hay continues.
Yeah, Eastern Palace is one of those locations that you kind of forget about because it's at the Bonk Rocks there by Link's house, and you have the boost, but you kind of forget that it's just right there. So okay, down goes Vitreous. Get a butter sword for our trouble.
Alright, that's it. I'm ordering food.
And DT is gonna go ahead and check this big bomb here. Makes sense if you're looking for entrances. Yeah, oh, it's Ice Rod Cave at Pyramid Ferry today. We got just a bomb, so not gonna be helpful. And now he's checked the ag entrance here. We gonna find just nothing useful. As Hayfieldbay is gonna go ahead and make the play into Ganon's Tower finally.
And that is a no bueno moment because there is nothing in Ganon's Tower. And DT making their way into the Council Tower, gonna make the climb, gonna fight Aga, and gonna at the very least get this out the way before they do Thieves Town dungeon. But yeah, with nothing being in DT besides probably some miscellaneous items, this means that the lead is increasing very, very wide for DT. It's going to be his race to lose at this point.
Yeah, really, only thing DT needs to find that we know, but he don't know. He just has to find the entrance to swap. He'll find that Thief Sound Big Key, and he'll be in go mode.
So, to be honest, He could be thinking that it could be in GT as well. So if he does step into it, Hayfield didn't really lose that much time, to be honest. And Hayfield doing an oopsie daisy here with the hook shot strats with Boomerang.
See, DT just running through Agate Tower, melting everyone with their butter sword.
Yeah, they're fully stacked. They got red mail, silver arrows, buttered sword, and boots. You're gonna be breezing through this even without the lantern.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He found a book in GT that could also lead him astray.
Oh no. The only time literacy is not the key. Oh, we get a lantern though! In Bob's chest!
Wow.
Why are you like this, Steve? Why are you like this? What did we do to you today?
Well. Yeah, we're back in logic now. How about that?
Who'd have thunk it?
That. Oh.
Nope, be right back. Gotta get the door.
Hayfield finding the back of Desert Palace. Meanwhile, DT finishing off his AGA 1 fight. Just needs to find that bumper cave connector into Swamp Palace. And he is going to check the Ice Palace entrance here. I did not see where this connector was at. That is the arrow game. Yet these Mickey is in Swamp. So as soon as DT finds that Swamp Palace, he will be in go mode.
Alright, I have returned. So where was the entrance to Swamp Palace again? I kind of forgot.
There was a connector to bumper ledge that led to the dark, the rock ledge that led to the swamp. And I'm not sure where that was at. Meanwhile, DT is going to go ahead and find out what's in the back of Skull Woods here. most of these guys are just looking for that location of their missing dungeon. Hayfieldbay looking for Eastern Palace. DT looking for Swamp. And there's Spike Cave at the Hammer House.
That's a very weird Fridge Vanilla location when you think about it. You still need well, actually, no, not really. Who am I kidding?
It's double Hammerlock.
Yeah, it's double hammer. Yeah, that's our Mafio's pendant.
Yep, we're just checking the entrance here. It is a dark room.
This looks like to be the Turtle Rocks exit way, I want to say. Can be a little tricky to navigate if you're not familiar with this room, especially if you haven't done cross keys as much. Well, this ain't a thing Quentin, but he realized that there's probably a better idea to saving Quinn in a light world, which is a good idea to do it.
P.S. Not check the back of Old Man exit here.
Meanwhile, Hay is slowly but surely working closer to catching up to DT, and that is if Hay ends up doing Eastern after this dungeon. But yeah, the entrance to get the big key. Well, the entrance to Swamp Palace is so convoluted in this scenario.
Oh, there is the bumper ledge. That's what DT needs. This will take him out to the laser bridge exit.
And he is in Swamp Palace. He is going to hit his go mode soon enough. And while that's happening, Hay has finished his Vidi fight. Silver arrows in hand makes it a very trivial fight.
Yep, and DT is now in go mode at 1 hour, 50 minutes, 24 seconds.
Well, that is if he decides to pick up this big key. Which was in the first chest in this dungeon.
Yeah, he already got it. So.
Oh, he already got it? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's in go mode now. I'm just...
Yep.
I thought it was the very first chest for a moment. Oh, wait, no, not the very first chest in the bomb lock door, but first chest in the literal first chest.
The small key chest, yeah.
See, this is why I don't play cross keys.
And you see DT not checking anything else in Swamp House. He knows he's in go mode.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything else. He has everything he needs to finish this seed at this point. And he even did Castle Tower ahead of time. So after this, he's gonna hop, skip, and a jump into Thieves Town and just finish the rest of this seed up.
Yep, he is not going to get that lamp out of GT at all. Don't need it. It's fine.
And who needs Lantern after you already did CT of all things? Meanwhile, Hay is going to take a look with the book on the tablet and ends up going to get nothing out of this, unfortunately. And he's still looking for the fire rod. He does get a small key, and that is the Thieves Town.
Yeah, he has not been back to Thieves Town yet, so
Feels bad, man. This is the worst way to get an item that will pull you further away from the seat, from which dungeon you need to find. Because I don't think Hay has yet to find Easter, did he? I'm not sure if anyone has that.
No, he has not.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate turn of events.
Okay, crystal number 6 there from DT just has to finish up Thieves Town.
Which shouldn't be too far off, if not mistaken. Yeah, wasn't it in Hype Cave?
I believe you're right, yeah. And yep. Hayfield gets there right before DT does, but however, DT is gonna go mode this dungeon as Hayfield's gonna check every little thing there, looking for that fire rod.
Yeah, TT Small is needed to get to the hammer-locked big chest. But in this scenario, it's not really needed to finish the dungeon. Well, we all know it's not really needed.
Yeah. Like DT's like, oh, okay, well DT is gonna grab this small key.
Yeah,
he did not grab the other one. So that makes sense.
But if you're just go moding this dungeon, you only need the big key. Because you just need to go to the attic, bomb the roof, and then just get the mating that's in the basement. Did I mention how much like hand holding and high fiving these runners have been doing?
Yep, we got simultaneous bomb blow-ups there. Thank you. Side by side, they are running the same way. However, DT is gonna not check anything else here.
Which leads us to this very unique sync, in a way. Both our runners doing completely different things and yet still meeting at the end at the same time. Go figure. The only difference is Hay is going to check the big chest while DT is going to just go ahead and to fight the boss because he's the one in go mode here. And this is where our paths leave.
This is actually going to work out nicely for DT as well as you don't even have to go that far from this dungeon to get to Ganon. So
yeah, we already have the location for Ganon now, and that was like I think out of the 20 or 10-minute mark, so to say, when we was checking Lumberjack Ledge. Down goes the big man in the Thieves Town dungeon, the blind monster. as we get 20 rupees for our effort, and that is the last crystal obtained, which is needed to confront Ganon. We have defeat Aga 1 in order to get to the location of Ganon, so all's left is the big confrontation.
See, DT showed off the game knowledge of the portals there. Gonna take that straight up, bonk into the tree, fall into Ganon. And I don't see this lasting much longer. This gold sword, silver arrows, this should be a pretty quick fight.
This should be like phase one cycles for each phase at this point. As we are getting into phase 3. Meanwhile, at the same time, Hay finding Eastern Palace. Probably a little bit too late, but that is just how Cross Keys is in this situation.
It's a nice triple.
And that is a done deal, ladies and gentlemen. A clean Ganon fight.
Get those GGs in chats for In the Name of DT. And WJPDTB takes the game and the division and the round 3-0 over Noble Foxes.
That was an excellent performance on Ganon itself, but both of our runners have done really well in working on this seed and making sure to get to the right spot. It's just that the deciding factor was definitely DT getting his boost early and to the rock, and then after that deciding to dive Ice Palace once he got Bombo to pick up the disgusting hammer placement. Cross Keys loves to do, and that just kind of just set everything off for DT.
DT's official time is 1 hour 58 minutes 38 seconds.
And it is worth noting that Hay, despite not having the boots that early and getting into the Ice Palace a tad bit later than DT, was not that far off. Just working on finishing the Eastern Palace and then working towards Turtle Rock, which is an easy hop, skip, and a jump, to be honest. Especially if you have a Tempered Sword.
See the pedestal having the single arrow. Yay.
Man, Pet was dead the moment Hay pulled up the D-Sound big key and Swamp. And it was just like a race against time being in that matter to see who will go into what first. With this case being DT going in Swamp first before Hay ends up in Eastern. He's gonna get his Fire Rod, get this crystal, gonna head over to Turtle Rock soon, which is not that hard to get to.
Yep, with with this win, WJPDTB moves on to the conference semifinals where they will face either Pug Trio or Tile Roomies.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a fun race to see unfold, to be honest. As we get from Hay, a good look at some good execution there going into TR to finish cleaning up the rest of this seed. Oh yeah, that's right. It is they reseed the
Oh,
after the brackets are finished. So, which to be honest is kind of understandable. At least makes it at the very least random, or at the very least more centered skilled, so to say. But I didn't take the look at how they do the bracket placements, to be honest. So
and Hayfieldbay getting their 7th crystal. Still has to complete Castle Tower as well.
thankfully, though, Castle Tower is not that trivial. I mean, not that difficult to do. It's perfectly trivial. You have silver arrows. You're gonna go in there in the same equipment as DT at this point, and you're probably gonna get the same result. Man, servers make everything feel trivial. Didn't even bother to open up the kill the guards to get the chest there. Muscle memory did not kick in, which is a good sign that you know that you're at the very least doing a good job of handling these kinds of seeds.
So as we wait for Hayfieldbay to finish here, just a reminder to please give these runners a follow. You know they did well here and they deserve it as well. Give my co-comp follow and shouts to our tracker Lady Laura Lintus and Stags. Thank you very much for putting in the hard work behind the scenes.
And don't
And
forget our restreamer,
our restreamer our Terrell as well, yes.
blessing us with the opportunity to see this match unfold in real time. And also giving the opportunity for y'all to get some free Switch subs. The Hay is now entering the last part of Castle Tower. Gonna fight again. How many blue balls was it?
I don't think it was that many. Couple.
Yeah, might be. It has to be. Yeah, this looks to be very straightforward here. You just gotta aimlessly have to wait for them to finish Ganon. They will be doing it on Temper Sword. No, it's not that huge of a distance. I mean, huge of a difference. And here they go. Right in front of the tree, the knights charge, and down they go. Yeah, with silvers, red bell, half magic. I feel like this will be like a 2-minute fight, if not 1 minute and like 20 seconds. Good one-phase fights for Hay, showing that they're no slouch at all doing Ganon fights themselves.
To set up here for the at least a double. Tried the triple, couldn't quite get it. There is the final arrow in Ganon for Hayfieldbay. Let's get those GGs to chat for Hayfieldbay. Put out a great season here.
Finishing with a time of 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 6 seconds. Yeah, not that far off. Like, sure, it may be like a little bit of 10, above 10, but it is still like if they didn't decide to dive into GT, that time would have been much shorter. But yeah, with the way how that seed was going, it was really a harsh trap to fall into.
Absolutely.
As we are joined by Hayfield, how you doing? GG's out there.
Hey.
I believe DT is not doing it. Opted out into the interview. But what was your thoughts on that seed and that disgusting placement of Hammer in Ice Palace?
Yeah, I know that the hammer can be very deep sometimes. So, yeah, when I got to Ice Palace, first I noped out and I thought, hey, I'm very far into the seed. I have the big key, 2 small keys, Sumaria. It will be fast checks, so got the hammer there. Yeah, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, afterwards I did want to check the connectors. I didn't remember if I had flippers at that point, so I saw them at the bumper ledge, so yeah, hey, we can do that. So I think my last connector I had was go all the way back in TR, finding boots there. Not so good in my thoughts.
Yeah, DT ended up finding the boots earlier in the race, so the lead was kind of spread out because of that.
Yeah, with the boots blocking Eastern Palace and the fire rod, yeah, that was kind of
Yeah, so I know that TR was available from the start. I always had that in my mind, but when I got the Dark World access, We can wait till we get the fire rod to backtrack that one, so we can do all of the front as well.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And yeah, what else? So when I got to the point, I was only missing fire rod. So I thought to myself, okay, don't panic or panic rush anything. We just gotta go through. We still need Eastern Palace, Desert Palace boss entrance. We can route the entrances on the way. So I did the Meyer area, and I decided to end up in GT. She probably should have rushed the dungeons, but I had in mind, let's check. It's a lot of checks in the basement. If I find a fire rod here, we can just go mode everything. So
Yeah,
that's why I did GT. So like fire rod can be anywhere. So not skipping left side swamp. So when I got lamp, okay, now I can do the mire because fire rod might be on the left side, fire locked and everything. And at the mountain I got Thieves Town small. Okay, because I waited with Thieves Town because fire rod might be in the big chest. So after
yeah.
that, did find the Eastern Palace when DT finished. So I thought to myself, I'm not shocked if the fire rod is on the boss here, and it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, it was still a really well run match for me. I mean, just over 2 hours across PC, and I feel like it's still a very, very solid time. Um, and you had a really, really nice regular season. Unfortunately for you, just not able to get it together here in the playoffs, which is it feels bad, but you gotta feel good about how you played throughout the regular season.
oh yeah, definitely. So when we started the league season, we were hoping for to advance, but when we saw our league group, oh, this will be very, very tough. So we are very glad we actually made to the playoffs. And of course, we always want to get further in advance, even longer. But it's a very tough opponent, so yeah, sometimes you can't make it all the way.
Yeah, competition was very fierce this season, and making it to the playoffs is not something that anyone easily can do, even overnight. Like, it is accomplishment on its own. So yeah, congrats for getting this far and being able to make it to playoffs at the very least. Are y'all looking to perhaps try it again next season to see if y'all can submit more of see if you can push even further?
Yeah, I think there's highly likely we will join the next league season as well. We don't know yet, but most likely.
We look forward to seeing you, hopefully, hopefully next year, and hopefully get farther into the playoffs for you.
Yeah, we'll give our best shot. So now SG Live is over, league season is over, so just gotta do regular plays now. Maybe try other games as well. Been a lot of Link to the Past lately.
Yeah, I kind of feel the little burnout from Link to the Past as well, but I'm not gonna shy away from it if I can get some time to play it in as well. Every now and then, there's always some ladder matches, so that's what I'm looking to do.
Yeah, definitely. So all in all, felt kinda well with this seed. Try to be as aware, pick up everything on the way, not rush anything. It was a good seed after getting the hammer and the late boots. Yeah.
Well,
I do believe that will do it for this race. Do give a follow to our runners in their respective channels for doing a fantastic performance for today, as well as a follow to our trackers who were pushing the buttons, keeping us updated on the item progression between the two runners. and our restreamer for blessing us with the opportunity to broadcast this race to us all, as well as my co-commentator right next to me, who's done a fantastic job of just helping me not steer the ship into the iceberg here.
I am a captain. All right.
Yep, do give a follow to his respective channel as well. But that will do it for today. If you are interested in looking to see some more Link to the Past Randomizer League action, you can go over to the main website, check the schedule to see the date and times of when the next matches come up and their Twitch channels that they'll be hosting it in. With that being said, I'm Esper Hub, and along with the good old captain here, 1977.
Yep. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
See you next race.